A very good morning to all of you. Today we will see MCQs based on mapping function. So look at the first question, that what is the output of the following? Elements. There is a variable that is elements, and in elements a list elements contain 0, 1, 2. Then there is a function incr, that is incr, okay, and x is the argument passes in that function and it returns the value x plus 1. Then print list map. Here two functions are using. I told you about map function, how map will work in the last video. Okay, so if you have confusion about the map, you can look at that video. Now print list map element increment. Fine. What will be the output? If you see here list, then map and element, these things are giving. Okay. So list should be the second parameter to the mapping function. I told you first about the two parameter in the map function. Here list should be the second parameter to mapping function because first parameter is the value itself. Now look at the second question. What is the output of the following? Elements equals to 0, 1, 2. Then again the same function. Now look at this. Here increment and element, two things are mentioned here, and this one here element, the list is defined as a second parameter, so it will not show you an error. It will give you an output, and the what is the each element of the list will get incremented. Okay, it's 0, then 1, then 2, then 3. So output will be 1, 2, 3. It's 8. Now next question. What is the output of the following? Here again x is equals to AB and CD. Fine. List is defined in map. Always remember that list should be a second parameter. It says upper. That means you have to, what you have to do? Upper. But there would be a name error because, and why it occurred? Because of upper. Because upper is a class method. Fine. That's why it will show you an error. Now next, look at the program. Same here, you will see that in this program also upper is there, and as I told you, upper will show you a name error because it's in class method. Now next question. Here you will get the question. Yeah, it's here. There is a function 2 upper k and it's passing argument k. Return, look at this, return k dot upper. Fine. Now this function is already defined here and it's saying that it will return k dot upper, this parameter. It will just give the uppercase of this parameter. Here list is A, B and C, D. Fine. So x will get the upper because we are passing instead of k x. So there is a uppercase of A, B and C, D. A will be the output. Now look next program. Again here you will see k dot upper, def to return, then k dot upper, the same program is here. So but you will see that nothing it will return. This function is returning nothing. Fine. And when you call this function, only then it will give the value. But here you are printing with the map function, so it will give you nothing. Okay, nothing it will print because here you are not returning any value. That's why. Next is the what is the output of the following? A, B, C, D, print map len x. Fine. Now if you see list is defined over here and it says map len x. As you all know, a map object is generated by the map function, and we must convert this to a list to be able to print it in human readable. But length will not be printed here, so it will print nothing, so they will be a output. Next you will see here, yeah, see, look at here, x, then a b and c d, print list, again it defining list, then mapping that list. So it will gives you the length of each character defined in the list. Find ab, it's contain two length, again it's contain two length, so it will map out the length of that. Yes. Next we will look at the next program. Yeah. Yeah. What is the output of the following? X is equals to AB and CD. Find map LAN. Here remember it's mentioning LAN, and instead of LAN we know that list would be here and LAN would be here. So it will shows you an type error. Okay. Next is the same question is here. It gives LAN, then list, then map. It's saying the length of whole list, how many elements are defined in the list. So the how many elements are defined in the list? A b and c d, 2, so it will gives you an 2. If we are not mentioning LAN here, fine, or we are mentioning here that it means that it will count it the each character length. Fine. Now next question, we are again, now we will move to next. You will do these question yourself. Fine, it's your homework. Yeah. Mapping after mapping function. Okay, we will see some more question on the mapping. It's join function. See here, what is the output of the following? If x is 0 and 1, here define, find, print, join, list, map, string, and x. So what will be the output? Output will be the same as the element is defined over here. Fine. So it is because it's a list. It is not a tuple with one item. Fine. So output will be the same as it defined over here. Next you will see in the next program. Yeah. Look at here. Here you will see that the join, list, map, and here find map, string, x, and comma is given over here. Okay, so what will be the output? Here it will not as same as the element because it is a tuple with one item. Fine, you can look at this comma differ, this comma gives this list as a tuple. Now we will see some questions on Python modules that is very important in your syllabus, Python modules. So first question is here, which of these definition correctly describe a module denoted by triple quotes, design and implementation of a specific functionality to be incorporated into program, define the specification of how it is to be used, any program that will reuse the code. So what will be the what will be the answer for module? If you someone asking you a definition of module, so module itself says that implementation of specific function, okay, that you want to incorporate in your program, that is module. Fine. As I told you, we can include math module if we want to use square root, square root function. Fine. If we want to use square root in our programs, and then we have to import the module. So module is basically a design and the implementation of a specific functionality to be incorporated into a program. So answer should be B. Next question we will see, which of the following is not an advantage of using modules? First one is provide a mean of reuse of program code, provide a mean of dividing up task, provide a mean of reducing the size of the program. Wait, where it's gone? Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. And provide a mean of testing individual parts of a program. So we know if we have to, as I give you an example of math module, and we include a square root function. If we don't have a facility of using module in a program, then we have to rewrite that whole function again and again. Fine, because we are importing the module, that's why we are able to use the function of that module. So it's basically provide a mean of reduce the size of a program, because the total size of the program remain the same regardless of whether modules are used or not. So modules simply divide the program. Fine. So answer should be B. Oh, sorry, C. Yeah. Next question. Program code making use of a given module is called a dash of module. It's it's saying that program code making use of given module is called a dash of the module. That would be client module, because client because program code making use of given module is called client of the module. There may be multiple clients for a module. Now next question, dash is a string literal. It's saying is a string literal denoted by triple quotes. All you know, I already defined about the triple quotes, where we use triple quotes for our doc string. Okay, so question is triple quotes for providing the specification of certain program element. That would be a doc string, because doc string used for providing the specification of program element. Now next question, which of the following is true about top down design process? So if we talk about the top designing, so which process we follow? We have to see the overall design of the program. Okay, before the details we get, we have to see before and disclosing the program, we have to see the overall designing. So first one says, A option says the details of a program design are addressed before overall design. Only the details of program are addressed. No, the overall design of the program is addressed before the detail, because in top down design is an approach for driving a modular design in which the overall design occur. Next, in top down design, every module is broken into same number of sub modules. No, not it's not necessary that every module can even be broken down in same number. It can be different. Okay, some modules can be different. How many? It's depend on you. You have to divide it into how many sub modules. Now next question, all the modular design are because of top down design process. True or false? It would be false, because details of the program can be addressed before the overall design too. All the modular design are not because of top down design process. So here we are seeing first one is mod 1, defining change and x raised to the power 2 for x in A, print B. Then mod 2, second module is here, defining change x, here x raised to the power x, and then in A we find out x raised to the power 2 in mod 1. Okay, So it's saying from mode 1 import change function we have to import. So if we see the first one, in mode 1 it's the x raised to the power 2, and in mode 2 it's x raised to the power 2. Hash main, it's come 1 2 3. Fine. So what will be the output? Here you are seeing that change is the same number. Okay, a name clash is when two different entities with the same identifier become a part of same scope. Since both modules have the same function name, there would be a name clash. Because whenever in a program you want to use the program function change. Okay, when you call change, how it would be defined, that from which module it want, from mod 1 it want a change function, or from mod 2 there, so there would be a name clash. Now next, which of the following is about main modules? When a Python file is directly, wait, yeah, it's saying which of the following isn't true about main modules. When a Python file is directly executed, it is considered main module of the program. Main modules may import any number of modules. No. Special name given to main modules is main. No. Other main modules can import main modules. Yes. Main modules are not meant to be imported into other modules. Fine. So answer would be a D. Which of the following is not a valid namespace? Global namespace, public, local, built-in. As you see, public. Fine, because public is already a keyword. In a Python, during a program execution, there are many as three namespaces. First one is built-in, second one is global, and third one is local. Which of the following is false about import module name? Form of import. The name or namespace of imported module becomes part of importing modules. This form of import prevent name clash. Yes. The namespace of imported module become available to importing module. The identifier in a module are accessed as module name identifier. So answer would be A, because whenever we use import module name from the import, the namespace of imported module becomes available too, but not part of the importing module. Next question, which of the following is false about from import form of import? So the syntax is from module name import identifier. No, it can be correct. This form of import prevent name clash. No, it's false. Okay, so this is false. We already saw this program of name clash. Next question, which of the statement about module is false? In the from import, form of import, identifier beginning with 2 underscore are private and aren't imported. Direct dir, built-in function monitor, in from import, form of import, again that same thing. When a module is loaded, a compiled version of the module with file extension .pyc is automatically produced. So we are saying, if you see the A and the C option, there is a difference, that in the last you will see here are not imported, public are imported. So in this, whether they are private or a public, they are imported. So C is the correct option. Okay. Now, what is the output following piece of code? Here you will see from math import factorial is just import the factorial function math dot factorial of 5. So is there any error, or it will print just 120? There will be a error. The statement should be print factorial, not, we don't have to include math because we already import math. Okay, we already included math here and we imported the function. And if you want from math, all the math function will be included. Instead of writing import factorial, you will just put an asterisk mark. If we don't write this math dot, then the answer would be 120, but it's, the thing is written wrongly. So here so error will be shown, and it will be show the error. The statement should be print factorial 5. Okay, now next question. What is the order of the namespace in which Python looks for an identifier? As you know that Python first searches for the local, then for the global, and then for the finally. So first local, then globally, then finally built-in. As I told you, then there are three namespaces: local, built-in, and global. First it will search for local, then global, then built-in. Fine. So answer would be B. Okay. So we done today with the module. We will see more question on module in the next class. Be prepared for exam and concentrate your studies and study hard. Have a good day.